But the healing and the softness and the humanitarian would definitely come from the Pleiades and the angelics, of the support and the love. I've been all over the galaxy. We're all very, very old, but I'm ancient, yeah. Yeah. Well, I first came into all of this because I had a psychic tell me that I was blue. Yeah, and from there I left absolutely devastated. I was just like, what the hell am I? I felt violated, I think, was my first feeling, as I felt violated. Yeah, that was my first realization that I wasn't human, and that I was something else. I'm not sure if this is helping anyone. I've never actually spoken about this before online. This is my first time I'm speaking of this. So if anyone's hearing this, you're welcome. But yeah, when I first found out, I felt really violated. And it was quite a destruction that I went through in my own internal world to figure out, well, what the hell was I? And the death of the ego was really long for me. It was really painful. Yeah, all the while trying to sustain a relatively normal life was extremely hard for me. And then the more that I healed and let go of the ideals of society and the human consciousness, the more that I developed of who I truly was. And then I went on to just expand more and more, and to do that, yeah, it was a lot. And now I feel free. I feel free. So this is why when anyone works with me, it's super potent. It's super powerful because of who I am. I'm not just a random human that channels in information. I know that I say that all the time, but it's so the masses can be accepting of receiving. But I am not 100% human. First time I ever said that online. Does that make you guys feel okay? But the energy that I emit and the light that I give to all of you is complete and utter abundance. It's to expand you. It's to bring you back into alignment, and we only ever want the very best for you. Especially for my mission as well, it's kind of, and I was thinking about this last night, as a lot of it is done under the radar. A lot of it is done behind like a friendly face, behind a friendship, behind a lot of different things, but we are super duper powerful. Yeah, and I'm really proud, I'm speaking from above. We're really proud of the human. We're really proud of what she has done. This is what they're telling me right now, is we're really proud of her because she had to let go of a lot of ideas that she had, and the grief that she's been through has been astronomical to try and transmute all of that, because she was born into a family of complete human consciousness, of that paradigm that they all lived within, and so she had to break free of that, and it was a lot. So they're super proud of me. Yeah, and it's weird. It's weird to talk in from that consciousness of shifting in between them and me, but all of a sudden people that are viewing it are only seeing me talk about myself, which is very odd, but it's not. There's a difference between the human consciousness and the higher consciousness. And I guess this is what happens in every given reading that I do for any of you, is I switch in and out. I sometimes am doing it from the human and have like a basal point that this is what we're holding, so people can see and hear from the human consciousness because it makes them feel okay, but also the channeling is ever so quick and it just keeps coming in and coming in and coming in. And I think that's what I do so different to other people, is I'm very, very quick at it because I trust wholeheartedly. I've spent a lot of years trusting and opening and just being completely and utterly me. And the power that you sense within me is because I just trust. I don't care what people say online. Now, that never used to be the way. I used to always really care, and I used to get really hurt. But I don't anymore, because I'm at a space of neutrality where I can hold space for them and I can share love with them of where they're at within their consciousness, within their awakening. And I understand them because you are me, I am you, right? And where you're at, I have been, and I somewhat still am because of you. And thus, I, at a higher consciousness, will try and shed the light so that you can come into the truth And I guess ultimately this is what Source has done for me too, is they held space for me until I could transmute and come into my higher awareness. So whether you sense it from Source or someone else that did it for me, it doesn't really matter because we're all connected. And so same thing for you, is it doesn't matter if it's me or Source. Ultimately, it is all of the same thing. We are all one. So this is where we're at. Is we're getting super duper like deep now. I'm not sure if anyone has noticed right this very moment, but we're getting really deep in that the mission on the planet isn't like any other mission. This one is completely about transmuting, releasing karmic cycles and debt and relationships. And we're coming into our sovereignty. We're coming back into our power, our light, our remembrance, back into the Lemurian ways. And, you know, our times in Atlantis, like we're bringing back in all of that. And I just hear right now, like wellness, like we're coming deep into wellness. So yeah, I'm excited for everyone. I'm excited for humans. I'm excited for what we are changing on the planet. And it hasn't been easy for a lot of you. You know, some of you have been doing it through the death of a loved one. Some of you have been doing it through changing your identity. I mean, you've all changed so much in your life, and you've all chosen the route that you did to come to the remembrance that I'm sharing with you today. This is all what you chose to do it through. Some of you just chose to do it through friendships. Some of you chose to do it on your own. Doesn't matter.